Here we go again, another video from the shed today, and something might be interesting that we're going to be talking about here. An LED lamp, a 5 watt. So information on this here, just there, goes up on walls and shelters. It says here in the box. And goes on walls and under door shelters. Just all information's good from Good Home, IP44. So the label is actually on the back of this fixture. I'm going to put it up there. Maybe you could see it from there. Or you can stop I can pause the video and have a look at the information code on this. And mainly, what was I going to say there? Yeah, it's a 2 watt, the 6px, and where it says 220 volts and 240 volts, 50 hertz, and 23.5 watt LED. So it has to be a 5 watt LED. This is, and what we're going to do is, so this is the mainly part of, and that goes, you have 3 holes in that, goes into that, and say from there to there, so you have 3 holes in that, so that goes into the screw up into the wall or on facing down from a door shelter. So let's get this cover back on. So I don't want to lose any of these screws, because there's actually, I think there's 4 screws, so it has 4 screws on around this fixture, and has a rubber pad around that stops water, moisture, damp gets onto the electrics. So as you see when you're looking at these electric parts here, these are red and yellow and blue neutral, yellow live and earth wire. So this cable wire has no earth, so as I have to say, but this is like made out of aluminium canopy. It's not plastic, it has to be earthed. It has like aluminium, metal aluminium sort of stuff has to be, when it has to be earthed, because they do a green yellow wire. So if it was plastic, you wouldn't have to worry about it. You can just put brown and blue wire together, because this is only brown and blue wire for just have to say, it's just for a temporary show on the video. So what I do is, so we had to keep these screws, because I don't want to lose any of these screws, because it's a waterproof outdoor light. Because it has screw there, and screw in there, screw there, because the rubber around that stop the water getting, because there's no screw there, you have 3 screws instead of 4. So because that could be a gap there, make the water could make its access way into the lamp. It might break the lamp or damage the lamp inside. So I have to say, I'll put that screw back there, because we don't lose any screws. Now, tighten these in. Screws not going in right, I haven't got it in position. Let's get them in. Let's get them in right. We don't want to over tighten the screws onto it, because we don't want to be breaking the bowl. I don't want to be breaking that. And goes up like this, right around like this, and we're in the last screw here. So the screws are all informed, so there's no water gets into it. Obviously there is an outdoor lamp, so we put these on it, because on this here, so this frame on it, this frame, another aluminium frame part of this, so it has like a grub screw, and not a key screw, it's just a normal flat screwdriver for the flathead. So you just maybe just slip her in like that. I don't know where this, slip her in like that. Slip her in like that, because sometimes you can't see. No, there we go. Now we have it. And a little flathead screwdriver. It's like this is like a tiny little screw on this side here, and on this side here. Same over here, and same over here. Now, when you do switch a light on, I'm going to tell you this now in a minute. And what happens is, when you, right, let's fire it up, and I plug it here, give this a test, and there we go, and some light out of that, and turn off this one here I have in the background. Let's sail some light off this. It's like a shape of a full moon. And there you go, it's like a shape of a full moon, and goes up on a wall like this, and down on the door shelter like this. So it's like a shape of a full moon. So it's a warm, natural, warm, cream white warm LED lamp. It's not like a cool white LED lamp. So I'm going to turn this light back on here, and now with this light on, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the wire when it's live, when it's plugged in. Now watch what's going to happen, because you know the way you put switching on and off a light. Now I'm going to cut the neutral wire. So I'll turn this light because you can't probably see in the camera. So when the light is on, you can see around from there. Now I have it neutral and live. So if what happens is, I'm going to cut the, now with this, before I cut the live wire, now this tester, this buzz tester, so when you put onto that, so when you hear that beep 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 sound, so that's giving me the signal. So when that's plugged in when you don't know where this live wire or not. So when you do this, that's giving you the signals. If I'm knocking her off, so this is not giving me anything. So I'll turn it back on again, and it's giving me a signal. Now you're about to see what's going to happen. So if I was to knock off by a neutral wire, now I'm cutting the blue wire. Now the light just goes out. Now you still have power going into the lamp, and the output, this the input from the plug, and the output on the goes into the lamp. Now watch, see, you still have signal from the lamp, because there's a live wire goes into the lamp. It goes into the lamp because see, it's giving me a signal, because the brown wire is not cut, the neutral wire is cut, the blue wire is cut, the brown wire, the live wire is not cut. So put this tester, buzz tester, so that's giving me the signal. So that's not how you rig this, a light switch like that. If you knock off a light switch, like I said, that wouldn't be safe, because you will might get a sting shock or anything at all, or might get a bell off it. So let's cut the live wire. So cut the live wire, and let's take that out and have it out. So I cut that off altogether. So mirror plug, so I free that from the power. So I cut that. So this is live, and sometimes you put a little bit insulating tape around it. So just have to be careful, those two don't get banged together, because you have a power blowout, or you can get a bell off that. So let's say first, now there's power in that. That's giving me a signal because it's plugged in. So going like that, it says power in that, and that's telling me there's power in that, and it's plugged in. So just let's take this out altogether, knock her off. So the lamp this is the output, and I cut the wire from the lamp from there to here onto the lamp. So putting the thing there onto the lamp, and you could do this with the buzz tester. So there might be a bit of electricity floating in the electronical parts. So that doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter anyway. See, see could be a bit of electricity flowing around, but not much of a buzz out of this. Go to the wire. It's not giving me signal, because you see, you can hear the buzz off that because I cut this off the power. So I cut this off the power because there's still a little bit of electricity in that, because I had it turned on. So let's say I've got these things, and let's strip wires. So I'll be with you now in a moment. Now, right, let's say join the wires back up. So put these little things on it, the covers. So cover the wires up. So wire's a bit long, so I just have to make sure the plug is out, because I don't put my hand on that and put my fingers in that to get a bell off this. And it's not what I have to be careful first. Like I always say, don't mess with electrics, or you know what you're doing. And let's say put this on first. It's not going on that. Maybe it's the opposite. See, there's too many opposite ways. Maybe this way. And right, here we go. Now I put the wires back up together like this. Brown and blue wire. Now separate out the earth. And I'll put this over there. And let's turn it back on. Plug it in and back on. Now, as I say, what I meant to say, right, now the lamp is back on, right, let's turn the lamp back around like that. So see, that's just what I meant to say. So like what I meant to say, if you if you were to put a switch on this upper door shelter, I know, like you get a few of these on a wall, back garden walls, or your the side entrance walls, on the front of your house wall, I'll put the door shelter, or maybe in a porch. So now we did the buzz tester, so you still have powered, because this is running on. So if I knock off, and the same way, this, like I said, doesn't give me anything. See, it's putting that near, because that's what tells you the signal. So what I mean is that when you put the switch, a light switch, on the switch, just say switch the lamp on and off. So switching the lamp on and off. Don't put neutral wire on switches, live wire only. So live wire output, live wire into the lamp, that goes from the switch, and then the input live wire into the switch first, and the other output live wire into the lamp, and then the one facing down from the ceiling. So I'm going to cut the brown wire, the output live wire. Now you watch what happens. I'm cutting the live wire, light goes out, and that's it. See, light goes out. So I'm at the cutting the live wire. Now it's like that, like this. So I just have to be careful with this, especially with electrics. Now, there's the wire going into the lamp. The wire goes into the lamp. It's not giving me anything. So you're knocking this light off completely off altogether from the light switch on the wall. There's no signal going into the light, but there is signal here. So say if you switch on a light, so it knocks back on again. So now just watch what happens there, right? Now I'm putting the wires, the live wire I cut, hit the two live wires, hit the two brown wires together. It comes on. That's like switching on the light. So that's it. There you go. And that's just like switching on a lamp. So there's an information. That's what I told you, and that's the way it works. How to connect a light switch on a lamp. So you don't, like I said, don't put neutral wires neutral wires all go together, live wires go separately on buttons and switches, and that's how you rig a light on a ceiling. So this is the box offer, mainly the box offer, and this is all instructions and what's the name of this lamp, this lantern, wall lamp or door shelter lamp. So good home and quality, confirm, and instruction and LED wall or Colin says sometimes I can't read the word right. I'll put it down, maybe you could read it. Stop the video, pause the video, not stop the video, pause the video and have a good read at this, see what that means. This is what tells you. And what's in the box? Well, what's in the box? Get this box out of the way for a minute. So get this box out of the way for a minute. And this is the instructions. This is instructions offer, two different types of instructions. This is tells you what the lamp fixture is, blah blah blah. This is what's all the different parts. And they go 4B, 3B, 7A. So you'd see it on display here. And there's all of the different information about the lamp. So I'll just give that's all, just there's no writing on it, it just tells you where to put the wires and where you put it running off a circuit panel board fuse box. That's where you'd see, or you could have stop, pause the video and have a rate, 6B, 5B, 7B and 0A down here. So that's just all information what I was meant to show you there. Yeah, but this is where I meant this is where your wires go, just there. That's where your wires go, just there. So you can pause and read on the instructions. And this will just all information, blah 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 blah. This too many details and too many information on this, because some of them can be Japanese languages, like I say, foreign languages and English languages, English words, English languages. Some of them can be English. Most of them are English, and some of them could be Japanese, and I don't see any Japanese writing on this instruction here, so that's what's there. So there you go. And what's in here? What's in there? I think it's screws and wall plugs in a pack, in an envelope pack, in a brown envelope pack. The screws and wall plugs. So let's get this out and run this out. And that's, yeah, but that's all what's in it. We don't be losing anything. This all. Maybe that's your wire goes in this. Your power supply, main power supply wire goes through this little plastic tube. So you just push it out like that. Plastic tube. Screws and plugs and usual. So let's get this all back there, because you never know, you might be needing the proper screws. Because I also have with a pack of proper screws and plugs, boxing them and all. So in my other tool deck over the other side of the shed. So I put this all in this box there. That's all information, instruction in this box there. So that's it anyway. So and if sometimes I don't see, sometimes I don't say the right words. Like I always say, I meant to say it on this video, or if I got to say it and I'm in the video it's recording, and sometimes I don't say it because the video could stop at me any stage, but because I don't say the right words, I meant to say this and meant to say this and this and that. So if I don't say the right information, just check out down below my descriptions, like I said. That's it now. That's all I have now for today, and thanks for watching. Push the bells notifications if you're not so subscribed maybe, and see you up in the next ones. Bye bye.